this for real? What? It automatically finds and applies the best promo code? Awesome.
No, I know you suck, because your mom's better than you.
No, I know you suck. I win.
Did you just break your controller again?
See the video's logo right here? Well, instead of that, you just drop in your own logo. It used to be that if you wanted this level of professional quality, you'd either have to pay a professional editor or buy expensive software and spend weeks having to teach yourself how to use it. But not anymore. Videos lets you make stunning animations that are customized to your video in just a few clicks. And all you do is buy a one-time, lifetime membership for $67. And then you can use hundreds of templates, effects, animations, music, sound, and everything else on every video that you make. It's the little touches like this that make a video look a lot less homemade and a whole lot more professionally produced. With just a few minutes of work, Videos lets you make a huge difference to the quality of your video content. And that means more likes, more clicks, and more sales. We love using video editors, but it's not always the best option for everybody, especially when they can use something as quick, affordable, and simple as videos. Click here, buy a lifetime license for just $67, and make your audience remember your videos.
Wow, that front camera bokeh, that too in a video looks amazing. I don't think many mobile phones have this feature. Okay, let's conclude the video. We are still on top of the Gorawadi caves and the hills, and during the hike up, we explained to you what we know about this place. And when we came here, we saw the actual caves and the places of worship, and even we met a present-day monk who's living here and still pursuing the life of an ascetic. Well, I don't know how in 4th century people would have lived here. As we can see from the caves condition, I don't think much have changed. People are still living here, correct? And they are following their faith and belief. We came to see a Buddha cave. We saw a little bit of Pali scripture and indications of the Buddha monks living here. But subsequently, now it is a Hindu temple where Lord Shiva is worshipped in one of the caves, which was the original Chaitya Griha, or the place where the prayer hall existed during the Buddha period. And the Rukumai Vittal temple is again a place of worship for the Hindus now. So it is a piece of history. What is important is enjoy it, understand it for the historical value. If you are a believer, believe in it. It is something that is a part of our history anyway. So what is important is preservation of place like this, and don't litter and don't deface the place like we saw in a couple of places. That, I think, is the net takeaway from here. I enjoyed this trip to the Gorawadi caves, which is now the Goradeshwar temple hill, and thoroughly enjoyed. I thought I will get tired, but I did not. We've been climbing, walking, shooting, and talking to people for the last 3-4 hours. I don't think I felt any fatigue here. Probably it is the air here. So till we meet again with another vlog, this is Radhakrishnan signing off. Bye for now. Back to our video and back to Oppo Reno 2. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed the video and the still images. Like I said, we also shot some still images for, let's say, a probable blog. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It actually surprised me with its video quality. So things I enjoyed is the stabilized video. There are a couple of places we did not switch it on and we could actually see a small jitter while walking with the phone. And in the stabilized mode, it completely vanished. The most interesting one was the bokeh mode in the front camera, in the selfie mode, that too in a video. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed creating a vlog with this phone. Things to remember is the same. If I have to recap, do your research. Tell the viewer what is to be expected in the video at the beginning. Set a sense of time, space, location, etc. Start your journey. See if you can record yourself and speak to as many people as possible. Give as much information as possible. And don't try to be or never be biased about anything that you see, but shoot a ton of footage. And well, then, of course, there is at the end, there's a little bit of it that is kind of dropped down from the heaven. Every photographer, every cinematographer, every director knows about it. That's exactly what happened while we were entering the Sanctum Sanctorum. The Pujari, out of the blue, just appeared there. And he just went past our camera and entered the place of worship. That was really a heaven-sent situation. And if you'd like to learn photography, mobile phone photography in particular, head over to Pixel Village. We have an online photography education platform where we have lined up some of the finest photography mentors in this country just for you. Wow! With the 5x zoom, I can actually see our car right at the bottom of the hill. We need to walk till there. Can someone carry me, please? Hello everyone, welcome back to Pixel Village and I'm Radha Krishnan. Yes, we are excited to welcome you to another interesting episode on our most popular Shoot Like a Pro series. This one is the 7th one, and due to popular demand, this one is going to be on video. How to shoot video using a mobile phone. Well, how to shoot video effectively using a mobile phone. And there are tons of videos we keep shooting using our mobile phones. Not all of them look exactly interesting. Now, you aim the phone anywhere, switch it to video mode, press the trigger, and the camera will start recording video in 4Ks and 2Ks and 3Ks and slow-mos and whatever way you want very effectively. And more often than not, you'll get very good-looking, cleanly exposed images too, because that's the power of the mobile phone technology. But not all videos come out looking interesting, especially when you try to tell a story. And when you start comparing your video with the others, well, you'll think that, well, this is there, but not there exactly. But you can't really put your finger on where you've really gone wrong. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should be doing all these things that we're going to say, but probably if you use these techniques or methods that we're going to talk about, you will end up having much more clean looking images, which will tell the story more effectively. Now, for this video, we have a sponsor. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Okay, so in Pixel Village, we keep talking about the need for discipline. Discipline while shooting, even if you're shooting with a 1,000,000 megapixel camera or a humble mobile phone. Discipline is what will really help you to make that difference between, let's say, an X or a Y who's probably not as disciplined as you are. There are times when you can do it with just the camera, and there are times you actually require a few accessories. We have a few accessories that you can use effectively to create a certain effect, and using which you can also take shots and approach a shooting scene in a very disciplined fashion. And in this video, we're going to be using a few accessories from one of our favorite brand. Well, some of them are not even launched in the country. They're going to be soon launched in India. The first one is called the Mobile Umbrella Tripod from Sirui. This is called the MS01K. Take it away. The next one I'd like you to see is, surprise, surprise, another mobile phone gimbal. This one is called the Swift M1 from Sirui. Again, not launched yet. We're going to be bringing this for the first time to you, an Indian audience. Very interesting, and we will see how it works. If you have ever used a camera gimbal or a mobile phone gimbal, well, this gimbal is no different, except that it is built a little differently. It works exactly in the same fashion. The next one I'd like you to see is a mobile phone case. It's kind of a bumper case with a small lens kit along with it. Very simple, easy to use product, but very effective product. So this is another one. And the next one is the 3-lens kit. Now this is one of their most popular product. Please watch our Shoot Like a Pro 2. It really went viral, and this product was out of stock till very recently. Now it's back in stock. So this is another interesting product that we will be using in these demonstrations. And in Pixel Village, we also talk about skill. How you shoot is more important than what you shoot with. The cliche says the best camera is the one which you have in your hand, or in your pocket rather. Well, to establish that very same point, we're going to be using a phone. This time, for a change, we're using an iPhone, that too from about 3-4 generations earlier. This is the 7 Plus. And we're going to be using this to do today's filming or doing the video. And let's see, at the end of the day, you decide. Now, I keep getting these questions. Shoot with this brand, shoot with that brand, shoot with... Doesn't matter. As long as you're confident and you know how to shoot, device matter only to a certain extent, but right. Pull it out, I think. You just pull it out. One turn, it locks. Right. So this is a tripod, a table tripod, and also a selfie stick, a rather long one that is. Okay, and it goes inside very comfortably and locks. Okay, now this one is a gimbal, another gimbal. Now, mobile phone gimbal market is a really crowded one, and Sirui is one of the latest entrant into that space, and this is currently on pre-order. Will be available probably sometime during next month, end of next month, that's what I hear. Very simple, easy to use. The only advantage that I see, which compared to the other brands that I have used, is that it's got a nice extendable arm here, so because of which, even if you have a heavier phone or a phone with some accessory on it, you still have some space to balance. If this is fixed,
then you're stuck with this particular space only to balance your phone. So that I think is very good. Okay, so that is your mobile phone gimbal, and this is the case. It's a bumper case, very well made with a soft interior, and it's a rubber exterior, and it's got a detachable lens. Now this actually increases the angle or widens the angle of the built-in primary camera. Now, very simple, just slide it in and well, voila, you are ready to go. Now, don't worry about which phone you're having. You remember our earlier saying, the phone that you have is the best phone in the world. You can do very good quality work with it if you wish to, provided you get disciplined a bit. Okay, and the next one is our favorite lens kit. The advantages, these lenses are not some of those. That reminds me, I should warn you that these products are definitely meant for a mobile phone, but that doesn't mean that they are cheap or they need to come at a very low cost. Good quality product always costs money. If you say, can I do it with a cheap plastic lens? You can't, because plastic lenses, well, you lose quality, you lose optical quality. These lenses are made by a specialist optical company. Sirui is Sirui Opticals. They use very high quality glass to make these lenses. So when you use any of these lenses in front of your mobile phone camera, it doesn't really drop the quality of your phone camera. Well, to a great extent, it even improves the quality of your phone camera. Why? Because these lenses are made to a great standard. Now, how do you fix this? Well, you can by just removing this lens. Take this, there's a slot, just like the way you would mount any camera lens. Mount and you're ready to go. Now, some of the modern cameras like the iPhone 11 and some of these Android phones actually have built-in wide-angle lenses, in which case you don't require any additional lensing. Now, in that same cameras, I'm talking about the advanced cameras, you can actually switch the magnification to 1x, to 2x, to 3x, etc. The resolution of the 4K frame doesn't really drop in video, but it'll allow you to magnify your image. Now, that is what these lenses effectively do if your camera don't have those features built in it. So, if you have a modern camera, you don't require these lenses. You can straight away use the gimbal or the monopod and start shooting. But if you don't, you might require a casing and these lenses. So, I am addressing the entire spectrum of mobile phone users. Now, straight into the tutorial. Well, a cinematographer, probably on his first day in his film school, will learn about lenses and camera angles. Well, that's what we're going to do today, and how a certain camera angle and certain camera lenses will give you a certain emotion. Now, let's get into that straight shoot. While doing the shoot, I'll explain to you what I'm doing. Read the supers everywhere. So the story is me as an individual. Well, I'm the resident model. So I'm going to be walking into this office building, go through the security, take the escalator, go a couple of stairs up, walk into a cafe, and enter into a conversation with a colleague over a coffee. Now that's the story. Now you can be holding a gimbal, follow the person throughout, and also tell the story. That's how majority of the digital content is being created these days for various reasons. But if you want to tell the story cinematically, well, then you should break it down into various different sections and put it together while editing to create a cinematic look. That's how your content will start looking different from the others. Okay, so the first thing, you need to establish where you are walking into, for which you need a wide angle lens. Then you follow the man's footstep. In a low angle, you have a gimbal. You follow the man. Then he goes through the security, shoot a mid shot. Then he walks up the stairs, follow him. Then he enters. Then you shift from the gimbal onto a monopod or a tripod, if you remember, which I showed you earlier. then take various different shots, which I'll explain to you as we go. And since I am the model, I can't possibly be shooting the scene myself. So I'm going to hand over this to Ali. Ali, over to you. And he's the resident cinematographer, and I'm going to be the actor. As we shoot, you will know exactly what we are doing. We'll make it very clear for you. And any doubts, ask in the comments column. Okay, over the shoot. All the best, Ali. Yeah. So let's go. Okay, here you see Ali doing skyfall shot, which is basically a revealing shot of the property, and followed by a follow shot. It's tracking from a very low angle. Another one. And then he shifted to a kind of a mid shot. He also took a slightly closer shot. Now he is following me in mid shot. Time to change the lens. I'm going to put a close-up lens now. This is the 60mm. Of course, you need to rebalance the gimbal. And the medium wide shot. And of course, one more tighter close-up. Using the same lens, all he did was he moved a little closer to me. Another wide angle shot after the lens change. Right, now time to change to the umbrella tripod. Very clever device it is. So now we are setting up for the over the shoulder shot. We're using the phone's own lens. It basically establishes relative positions of each character. And now let's watch the finished video. So, what do you think? Well, if you agree that that was the right way to tell a story, then I would like you to try it out and post it in your social media contact points. Tag Pixel Village and tag Shirui. And the best one stand a chance to win a Shirui M1 mobile gimbal absolutely free. Spread this video to as many of your friends as possible and help us reach 1 lakh views in just 15 days. Let's see what we can do together.
I would like to definitely thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. I, as a commercial photographer, have been using Squarespace for the last 7.5 years, and I have always enjoyed. I'm not really a techie. I can't really create and maintain a website, but with Squarespace, all my previous horrendous experience that I had with website designers and coordinating with them and updating and upgrading and all that vanished. And in flat 2 hours, I built my website, and ever since I've been maintaining my website myself. So thank you, Squarespace, once again. And if you would like to use Squarespace, yes, we have a link in the description. Using